Football freaks and gridiron geeks, Pat's pals and pigskin people, mesdames et friggin' messieurs, welcome to another exciting episode of PATSHOW. This week, we review the heart-stopping, Brady-bonerific goodness of a massive comeback win against the Houston Texans. We preview Pat's Cats and why Cam Newton is not going to be the new Deshaun Watson. Also, a visit from magician extraordinaire John Logan, Electro Breakdown Zone, Hot Takedown, and so much more. You know what? I'll say it. You might have to take a knee just to catch your breath because you're having so much fun. So without further ado, let's hit the music and give you PATSHOW! 1, 2, 3, 28. Wow! Let's go! PATSHOW! Let's go! PATSHOW! Talk about Brady and avail. Talk about Gronk and the stuff he did. Talk about Leonard and the Lowry. Let's talk about Belichick and his team. Let's go! PATSHOW! Let's go! PATSHOW! Let's go! PATSHOW! Let's go! PATSHOW! Sorry. I'll give you $5 for this later. Hey. And $5 for this too.
Sorry.
Right off. Go ahead. Topical humor.
We're out of water.
Wow, I've already done a $5 water burn and a take a knee joke.
Yeah, we're done. We're done.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
What's up, everybody? It's your old pal Fitzy, Nick Stevens here, alongside my good friend, the Minister of Pat's Propaganda, Mike Dussault. And this is PATSHOW in celebration of a huge win against the Houston Texans in preparation for Patriots Panthers. What a time to be alive, Mike.
Tom Brady is still good at football, and that brings me great joy. It was a little scary there for a little bit. I think we were all sweating that one a little bit. But, you know, hey, it's September. A win is a win at this point, and we're moving on and on to Carolina, kind of.
You are way, way, way too level-headed for my liking at this point now. You do not fit the mold
I'm holding it in. I'm trying to keep it together right now, you know?
Patriots fan, social media guru, nothing. I didn't smell any hot takes. There was nothing divisive about what you said. I almost even caught the faint whiff of unity in what you.
I'm a uniter, not a divider.
Just happy about, you know, winning and being privy to the gameplay of the greatest quarterback who, once again, somehow, out of his back door, his backside,
watch it
with the Brady garage, wherever he pulls it again. Every time you're just like, he can't possibly do it again. Is it shame on us for thinking that he's not going to be able to pull another victory from the jaws of defeat? Is it shame on the Patriots for putting him in a position where he has to do the Brady trick? Because he seems tireless with it. He never tires of making the extraordinary seem so ordinary, and does it with such ease. And the worst part is the Texans were in a position to not allow him to do it, and then they put themselves back in that position, which makes me wonder, Bill O'Brien, you worked in Foxborough all these years. Did you miss the piles of game tape where Brady broke heart after heart again and again with game-winning touchdowns? That was his 8th game-winning touchdown that he threw with less than a minute left. Aaron Rodgers just got his first overtime win, and people say he's better than Brady. L-O, L-O, friggin' L.
Yeah, I mean, it would have taken a set of brass balls for Bill O'Brien to try to, you know, instead of kicking that last field goal, to go for it on 4th down. But that's what it takes to win. You got to play 60 minutes, and you know if you leave that door open at all, that Brady, there's a good chance Brady's going to march that team right down the field. And I think another thing about the team now is that with so much speed on the outside, and we saw this, they're so much more effective at coming back. You know, when you had kind of the dink and dunk and you were reliant on only those short passes, if you were in a hole, it got harder and harder to come back at the end. And now it's like Amendola, Cooks, bye, you know? But the other thing I say, too, is it's all about style points now for Patriots fans. You know, most teams, most fans would be so elated right now. They wouldn't be pissing and moaning about how the defense looked or anything like that. They'd be like, hey, we just won a game. That's amazing. Usually we don't win more than 5 of these. You know, so it's kind of funny how we've evolved into that. And, yeah, Brady's great, but, you know, the defense and, you know, all that stuff that we've been hearing.
Patriots fans, we're a victim of not our own, but their own success because we have raised the bar of expectations to a point where a magical come-from-behind, thoroughly satisfying, awesome 3 hours of entertainment on a divisive and contentious Sunday, no less, which made it extra special for me, at least. like that's almost not satisfying enough. Like people still think it needs to be a 10-point win. They need to beat these guys by 20.
19-0.
I need to
19-0.
Yeah, I need to see. I need 19-0. I need a vintage 2004 Ty Law against Peyton Manning in the playoffs performance level defense week 3. It takes time for these things to come together. But the one thing it doesn't take time to gel on, the one thing it doesn't need coming together, is Brady. He's first in the NFL right now in touchdown passes, first in yards, second in yards per completion. Yeah. And this is the 40-year. Where's the cliff? I can't wait for the cliff. Man, that cliff.
I can wait for it.
This is old man Tom. This is it's not supposed to happen like this. Those last 2 throws that he made, the 3rd and 18 pass where J.J. Watt buries him from behind, which I'm still feeling, was a perfect pass. And Dola's clutch is just, at this point now,
so crazy.
Immeasurable. And then the touchdown to Cooks is his back foot is planted at the 34. He can't step into the throw because he's going to get hit again. Yeah. And drops a dime 37 yards to the one spot where the ball could go and nobody could catch it. And Cooks.
Yeah.
Welcome to the party, pal. The Brandin Cooks coming out party. No invitations were delivered, but damn was I happy that I attended.
Yeah, I wrote, I don't know if we talked about it on PATSHOW, I wrote about it last week, but it felt like,
what is that on your blog?
On patspropaganda.com, which you can check out later. But, it seemed like it was still kind of a work in progress, and there were plenty of big plays in training camp, where it was like Cooks, bombs, and, it was kind of felt like Brady was forcing it at times to him, but, this game, it felt like it really started to click.
Brady be out there dropping bombs.
Right, exactly.
I miss Talib mostly just with like, hey Giselle, hey, cash that check, baby.
Talib. But so I think it's a good sign of things to come and the explosiveness because they're going to need Cooks. They've had some injuries and that's the X factor with this whole team.
It was clean up and aisle me. I apologize. I'll pay for the spill on the rug. Not for the win. The win I sensed it was coming. And then so I put down my beer. I was like, you know what you're going to do. And then I was like, just make none of that. I don't want any of the kids near me. Move all the hot plates and everything else. And then the hugging and the high-fiving and the jumping
around. The third and longs. The third and longs is third and like 18. You're like, what?
You're not supposed to make third. He threw the game-losing interception. By the way, the worst membership that you could possibly have, the saddest club in the world is the I dropped the interception that would have helped us seal the win against the Patriots before Tom Brady came back and ripped out our hearts via our junk club. Because that dude who dropped when he went long on that first or second down, the safety, Raheem something or whatever.
It went downfield and
should have had it.
Hold on it. It's a tough catch. He's up in the air, twisting and stuff. But it was just right there. You're like, it's over. It's not.
Same dude who got his hands on the ball before Edelman made the catch in Super Bowl 51. Yeah. Like, those guys, they're all going to meet one day in a church basement with stale donuts and shitty coffee, and they're going to be like, you too. Yeah, sucks, don't it? Yeah, it does. By the way, Brady was handsomer than you thought, right? He was. Man, he's beautiful. I can't stop staring at him.
Yeah, we've reached a point now where it's like people are almost like, it's like honor in being, I got Brady tore my heart out too. It's like, and it's so funny to think like, all week, I'm like, Mike Vrabel making a defensive game plan to stop Tom Brady. It was crazy to me, but they know it. They've seen it firsthand now again. Bill O'Brien's like,
Right, it's the devil in that case. Last 2 takeaways. One, like I said earlier, the Brandin Cooks coming out party. It wasn't even the game-winning touchdown or the 2-point conversion, which was reminiscent of Edelman's game-winning catch from Super Bowl 49. But it was the catch, his first touchdown, which reminded me of Jordy Nelson's touchdown against the Pats.
Oh, wow. Good recall. Season, I like that. Yeah,
at the end of the half, it was like a quick rub.
Devin McCourty blew it, and he's off.
He just outraced Revis all the way to the end zone. When he caught that pass and turned on his jets and gained like 3 yards, over 20 yards, sprinting to the end zone, we saw the full breadth of what this kid is capable of. Yeah. And now if I'm a defensive coordinator and I'm planning for bombs to Cooks, slants to Cooks, and anything else that he can take to the 6-point.
Too many cooks.
I love it. I love it. And you know what? Trying to prepare for him would make you as crazy as watching the looniest 11-minute video in the history of Adult Swim and late-night TV. And also, in due deference to the Texans, who came out with a great game plan. If I told you Brady would have 4 touchdowns in the early fourth quarter, and it would be a 1-point game. I called last week. I said 23-13 or 20-10. Yeah. A 36-33 final. They scored way more points, which may or may not be indicative of what state the Pats' defense is in, and we'll talk about that later. Deshaun Watson, awesome as advertised.
Yeah.
That kid is. I'll happily stand on this ledge. He's going to win a Super Bowl one day.
And I hope it's like 20 years from now. But
yeah,
when Tom Brady might be retired or not.
Soon. I said yeah.
I mean, but there, to be honest, there's a lot of like just broken plays and weird kind of stuff. I don't know. It just felt like a weird game. It didn't feel like Deshaun Watson was dropping back and like, yep, there's the receiver. It was like a guy missed him. He runs over there and then he hucks it back across the field and then he can't. Right. There's a lot of that kind of stuff. So, we will talk about the defense later, but we'll see how they do with these mobile quarterbacks who are kind of dual threats.
He moves like a solid gold dancer in the pocket. He's got a strong arm. He's already got a grasp of that offense. That pass that he threw for a touchdown to put them in the lead in the third quarter where McCourty had him covered to the outside and the tight end came back over, turns around, and over his back shoulder is the ball on a line. I mean, there are just certain things that you can't teach up. And the Texans got him, third, fourth round? He was a steal in the draft, and that's going to make them, all right, here, from the Department of Take My Money, please. I'm in for the rematch in the playoffs.
Just start drafting offensive linemen every year from here on out. Protect him, give him time, let him grow, weather the ups and downs. It's just so hard to develop a quarterback in the NFL these days. And, I feel like there's got to be more patience with teams because, they're so quick to jettison coaches and quarterbacks. Give them a chance.
No, I think the future is very bright for them as well. And that was a great game. And that's all I asked for. I am in the phase of my life, just in general, let alone as a Pats fan, where I don't need the 10 and 20-point drubbing. They won.
Yeah, they won.
Especially in September.
Especially in September. Win is a win. You look at what happened across the NFL this week. I mean, it's crazy across the board. I mean,
what
Buffalo
happened?
Beating Denver.
Why was something going on?
The Ravens got blown out.
Oh yeah, can we take a minute?
Craziness across the league.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's just do that. You know what? Actually,
we have a show.
I'm gonna hold on one sec. Be a complete dick. What a total troll. Okay, Steelers lose on the road. Sweet. Giants lose on a 61-yard last-second field goal. Ravens lose by 37 in London to Blake Bortles. I mean, but hold on. There's more. Act now. I'll throw in the Seahawks lost, right? The Seahawks lost. The Broncos lost in Buffalo.
The Bills. I mean, it's,
And for $4.95 shipping and handling, the Jets will beat the Dolphins as well. I'm sorry. Everybody was mad and everyone was yelling at each other from the stands to social media because that was a great friggin' Sunday of football.
Yeah, especially if you're a Patriots fan.
Yeah, it's always good to be a Pats fan. I apologize for nothing. I'm a Pats fan. Now, this is what we had to say about the game, but let's take a quick look at what some of you out there in the wide world of social media has had to say in the Best of Patriots Tweedia. All right, this picture right here. It's already a 24 by 36 in my bedroom. I love it. By the way, I also love his IG handle.
The Archer.
The Archer.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Brady giving him his first concussion after, celebration concussion.
No, but he's already on the plan. No, are you kidding me? $5 water. They're both thoroughly hydrated. Yeah. Stephen Gilmore had to leave for hydration.
I know. Brady was just shaking his head at him. Brady's like, get some electrolytes. TB12 is right over there.
See, but just by drinking my electrolytes, this won't hurt at all. Yeah. Gong.
And he didn't even wear sunblock in the game, I heard. He's
Tom Brady. Yeah. He didn't have to. But this is their first helmet-to-helmet moment. This big Sunday, I just love seeing the bromance in blossom here because we're also concerned, what's Brady going to do without Edelman? Yeah. By the way, sidebar, love the squirrel being on the field at Kent State this weekend.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you see that?
No.
Yeah, that was amazing. It was a squirrel literally ran on the field at Kent State, ran 50 yards, and finished his run in the end zone and then laid down. It was like the spirit of Edelman just appeared for a few seconds. It was magical. That's nice. Yes, there was a flag in the play for illegal cuteness. The Cooks touchdown. Yeah. Cheers to Matty Nitro for being the first to realize that is exactly what it was. Because he stole that game.
What a smooth criminal,
right?
Smooth criminal.
That is the best thing ever.
You've been beat by a smooth criminal.
Also, not for whatever it's worth, sneaky top 5 Michael Jackson song.
Oh, all right.
I love Smooth Criminal. Yeah. Are you kidding?
I mean, you just put Michael Jackson on, let it play. I'll listen to all of it.
Just like Tom Brady.
Yeah.
A lot of people used to call Michael Jackson the Tom Brady of pop musicians. True.
Hopefully he's not the Michael Jackson of pharmaceutical drugs.
Whoa! Easy. Too soon. And from there, we have our new meme, Cooksing.
Yeah.
So which is...
It's kind of hard to do on your own at home, but...
It's super hard. Here, let me throw myself this ball, toe tap on the line, and then fall face first into hopefully a pile of pillows I've set up for myself.
Send us your cooksing videos.
Yes.
We'll feature them next week on the show, especially the falling
100%.
down afterwards. That'd be great.
100%. What are you doing, like preparing the show and like actually trying to drive user-generated content to the show? What are you, a media professional?
I know. That's what we're doing here.
Oh, 100%. I want to see next week. Yes.
Participate.
Send them to me. Put on your participants and get involved, everyone. You can hit me up at FitzyGFY. He's at Pat's Propaganda. We 100% would love to see your cooking videos. And again, if you take enough NeuroSafe and Brady electrolytes, no concussions will apply. Now, cooking is definitely the cool new thing the kids are doing, but JJ Wadding is what nobody wants to do, because after you realize you did everything you could, son of a bitch.
What the?
Damn it.
Yeah.
Can you believe? He did everything. He literally, he clobbered Brady Hulk style like 3 times on the final drive alone. That Clowney, merciless.
Yeah.
Which is the.
They were gassed. They were gassed. You watch him before that last play. You know, I mean, it adds up. You know, it's
90 degrees on the field Sunday.
Yeah, it's hot.
But they were still in the backfield. Clowney with like the fumble.
Clowney on that last
fumbleception.
Right in his face. Right in his face.
The Houston defensive line is as real as advertised. And if I were J.J. Watt, I would be just as pissed too.
Yeah.
Because they did everything they could.
What do you got to do? 60 minutes. 60 minutes. You can't do 59 minutes.
No, you can't.
60 minutes.
God, you are killing it right now. You are bringing the high cheese early.
I'm
for all the
excited. You know, a Brady game-winning touchdown. I'm like ready to go. Let's.
As for how it happened, the magic once again performed by Tom Brady, Malcolm Butler.
Friend of the show, Jeff Howe.
Yep,
friend of the show.
That's it. Hey, what's up, Jeff? Shout out Jeff B. Howe, Game Pants. Malcolm Butler. Brady did it again.
He sure did.
That's it. That's really. They're all used to it now. Everyone knows it's going to happen, and then it still happens.
Yeah.
It's like weather at this point.
I know, and you would think there'd be an element of like, he's got this. I don't have to run real hard, you know. But everybody seems to lock in on him, and he's, you know, takes them where they need to go.
It was absolutely incredible. And just a quick look, thanks to Oliver Thomas from Pat's Pulpit. Brady's stats this year, like everyone thought last year, he'd come back supremely motivated after the 4-game suspension. Last year, 76, 101, 1,004 yards, 8 TDs, no picks. And look at this year, 71 of 110, almost 1,100 yards, 8 TDs, no picks.
Consistency.
40.
Yeah.
40.
40.
40. I have to wait 3 minutes to get out of bed so my Achilles and my knees wake up.
What about Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, right? Gets his first win in overtime. That's so cute, Aaron. That's adorable, Aaron Rodgers. Oh, and that was another great game, too. What a freaking Sunday of football.
I only watch the Patriots.
All right, let's, now, we take you from the best of Tweedia to the wheelhouse of the Minister of Pat's Propaganda. We're going to break down the game-winning touchdown.
Don't forget
my God, I
this.
can't
Don't forget this one.
Like, how could I, the one that I
tried to
insisted
glance
be
right
involved.
over.
Never have words been truer. Wanting to make gentle yet impassioned love to Tom Brady doesn't make you gay, and if it does, I don't care.
Yeah. Not that there's anything wrong with it.
No, there's nothing wrong with that at all. Thank you, Jerry Thornton, for retweeting that and catching my eye again. No truer words ever posted. All right, now we'll get into the Electro Breakdown Zone and show you exactly how the Brandin Cooks game-winning touchdown played out. Ready? Electro Breakdown Zone.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right, guys. Well, we're going to take a look now at the 25-yard game winner to Brandin Cooks. Do you remember that play? We covered that one a little bit.
It was a 25-yard touchdown.
25-yard touchdown pass.
It was like about almost a 40-yard pass.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was right on target. So, just something interesting to look at here is that we have the Texans are playing cover 2, which I'm kind of like, why are you doing that? Because you know that they're in range. And really what kind of makes the play is that you have these 3 guys right here, the safety, the cornerback, and the linebacker here, all looking right at Danny Amendola. And that is what kind of holds enough space open over here. But I don't know what the Texans were doing. They're guarding the sticks. They're guarding the first down marker. You know, you got to know Brady's going to take a shot. You got to flood the end zone here.
I think there were 34 seconds on the clock when approximately 30-ish seconds when he took the snap. And I think they had a timeout, or were they out of timeout?
At
that point, they may have been out of timeout.
Stat girl, we don't have our stat girl yet.
Diane, we can't afford stat girl. There's a gorgeous koi pond right behind there, but we don't have.
The koi do not keep track of stats, but you know, I mean. far be it for me to criticize Mike Vrabel's play call here, but
right.
you know, they got to go to the end zone. Why are you playing cover 2? Why are you playing the sticks?
Well, I guess they must be thinking that they're going to try to get one more first down and put him within range for like a Gronk strike.
Yeah, I know. Well, you know, it's Tom Brady. He can throw the football pretty good, so I don't know. But anyway, you know, what really happens here is, you know, basically this cornerback is left with Cooks, but he's playing in zone, so Cooks. Well, let's just try to do this. Runs right by him. Let's fix that guy. Cooks gets right over here, and by that time, this safety takes just enough of a look at Amendola to hold him. He cannot get over there, and it makes enough room for Cooks to get in there. And, you know, it's a perfect throw from Brady. And
Brady never really, I don't even think he really looked him off. I think he just, I mean, he checked over the middle for Dola just long enough, like you said, to draw their attention.
Yeah.
So Cooks, a.k.a. the fastest human on the field, could sneak by.
Exactly. I mean, Amendola made a couple big catches, and he captured a lot of their attention on this play as well.
The 3rd and 18 over here was just.
Yeah, that was crazy too. I mean, great catch by Amendola. I mean, how many clutch catches have we seen with Amendola flying through the air like an acrobat and grabs the ball?
He goes up. He's a Walenda.
The flying Walenda.
Cirque du Soleil.
There you go. So that's it. Let's let it run, and you know, just kind of here. Let's put Cooks back because, you know, obviously we've got this all. Safety. Not make the play.
All right.
And so this should all work out perfectly. Here we go.
Yep.
Cooks.
Oh!
Whoa! It's chaos. It's chaos. All right, blowing it dead there.
It's almost. That's almost how it works.
Just chaos. Cooks decided to run a slant or something. And, yeah, there you go.
He was right here.
And touchdown.
Brady throws the touchdown. I love this guy when the ball landed. He just almost hit.
Yeah.
Oh, he was so
Welcome
sad.
to the club. Welcome to the club.
And then J.J. Watt was like, "Hey guys, that was a great call, son of a." Eat it, Vrabel. Yay! And then Tom Brady comes over here and he's like, "Come here, I love you." Oh, listen. Oh, yeah.
Whoa! Let's keep it PG here. Let's keep it PG. Nick's playing with his dolls again.
Yeah. Sir, I definitely didn't see you playing with your dolls. All right, and that was the Electro Breakdown Zone game-winning touchdown. I would like to also take a minute right now in the show to remind you that this week's episode of Pat's Show is brought to you by our good friends at Rockin' and Roastin' Coffee. Visit rockinandroastin.com and use promo code PATSHOW, PATSHOW, for free shipping and 15% off your first order. 15%. Wait, quick. Which Patriot is that?
15?
Yeah,
Chris Hogan.
Oh my God, you get a Chris Hogan off. I can't believe it. Yeah, by the way, on a Sunday where Chris Hogan gets 2 touchdowns, we didn't even mention the fact that Hogan got 2 touchdowns.
I know. He's really kind of fitting into that Edelman role. You know, it's
He's doing everything.
He is. He's taking all the steps that we thought he would take when Edelman went down.
Right. It's like part Givens, part Edelman. He's like Gibbleman.
That's a good.
He's Edelvins. Edelvins or Gibbleman. Whatever works. So yeah, Pat Show brought to you by Rockin' and Roastin' Coffee, the coffee of Joey Kramer. Yes. Put some Aerosmith in your cup, mofo. Visit rockinandroastin.com now. Pat Show for 15% off. Save a Hogan. There you go. Hey, speaking of people that have made Chris Hogan smile, and also magic, which is what Tom Brady performs on a regular basis at Gillette Stadium and wherever he prays. Well, I pray he plays professional pigskin action. We welcome somebody. He's the host of, what's the name of it again, John?
Magic Moments.
Magic Moments, one of the most popular features on Patriots.com. He performs magic for the Patriots, just like Tom Brady does. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, our friend John Logan, everybody. There he is. Hey, what's up, guys? All right. It was only like he was watching the show for the last 20 minutes, waiting for his entrance. I love the fake talk show enthusiasm. That's awesome.
It's all right. I went for a walk, got some Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah.
Nice. Wow, total townie walk of shame.
Exactly.
Nice job, buddy. All right, so you're a beloved figure now, almost like a little bit of a cult figure in Patriots Nation, because people have seen you in studio, in the locker room. You have blown away. You hit, like, Patriots players see a lot of amazing things on a regular basis. The performance of Tom Brady, some incredible catches, the game plans devised by McDaniels, Patricia, and Belichick, and yet you're able to drop jaws in the locker room for a team that shouldn't be surprised by anything at this point. How did you get this gig?
Yeah, so I applied for a digital content position there, and they realized that I was a professional magician for the past 10 years. I was on America's Got Talent, wrote a few books and stuff like that. So like, well, what else do you do? And I'm like, oh, I do shows. I do a lot of keynote presentations, do a lot of TED Talks, things like that. Like, well, let's kind of take advantage of it and just produce new content. So that's exactly what happened. We developed this series called Magic Moments, where we had a player come into the studio and do tricks for them. My goal was for the fans to learn more about the players using the magic, which was, I think, was successful. So a lot of people loved the show, and it was a really good time. Yeah. That's kind of what I do.
Hold on, real quick. We just got to back this up. Aren't you like in your 20s?
Yeah, I'll be 24 in 2 weeks.
Hate him.
What a dick. Sorry, no offense. What a dick. Yeah, oh, you know, I've written a couple of books. I've been on America's Got Talent. I work for the Patriots. I've done TED Talks. I hadn't even met any.
I do TED Talk.
Yeah, I hadn't even met anybody named Ted by the age of 24. No, but you know what? It speaks to, obviously, your work ethic and your creativity that somebody like you, who's just like a career overachiever but has a kick-ass work ethic. No, but that's the whole, like, that's the Patriot way to, like, do a million things, do it well, and be able to bring a lot to the table.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I would say Belichick and Brady are the real magicians, so I'll let them do the real stuff.
They're not watching. It's okay. I appreciate that. We have no confirmation that they're watching.
It's all good though. I'm still standing by that. Though.
So, who's been the most fun to, like, you know, drop the job, or who was it the most fun to, like, surprise with a trick, and follow up, who was like, nah, I'm not buying this. No, where's the camera? This is some sorcery.
You're getting punked right now, right? No, all the players really enjoyed it. It was actually Malcolm Mitchell and I went on tour during the summer, or a few months back, actually during the winter, because he wrote a book as well, so we did a lot of presentation, things like that, so it was actually his opening act. So Malcolm Mitchell and I spent a lot of time together. His organization's really cool. Yeah, Jacoby was actually a big fan of it, but unfortunately,
they shipped him out. He figured out the trick, and they're like, "You're out."
Yeah, that's right.
I feel good. He's playing now.
Yeah.
He's he's a great guy.
You got to win. That's great.
So I'm really happy for him. He's doing great so far. So
such a sad disappearing act.
I know, right?
Like when somebody says Hocus Pocus and you go from Foxborough to Indy.
wasn't me.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I watched the one that you did with Chris Hogan.
Yep.
Like, and he just, like, those card tricks. Yeah, speaking of the 15, right?
He's well, I mean, he's sorry, what?
Those things were incredible.
Thank you.
So, how did you get started doing magic? I mean, like, if you're 24 and you've been doing magic half your life,
it's pretty much.
How does, like, a 12-year-old you who just, like, did you know you always wanted to work in entertainment? Were you a big football fan, or was it just sort of something you happened upon at a party to please Aunt Linda?
Sort of, kind of. You're right. So I played football all the way for about 10 years. So I've always liked Patriots. I've always been a football fan. But I was really bored at my aunt's birthday party when I was 12 years old. So you're kind of got that right.
I actually did not know that. I specifically didn't want to Wikipedia.
I thought I was a magician here. There you go. But yeah, so then I just developed a routine, put it on YouTube. Just out of curiosity, I was really just bored, and a talent agency found the video, said, you know, do you want to work for us? Right. I said, well, hold on, let me ask my mom. And they were like, wait, what? They didn't know I was 12.
Let me ask my mom.
Yeah, because I do all the pitch. So yeah, that's how it all.
Mom said yes.
So my mom was like, yeah, I guess so. Why not?
She said yes.
Come on, Mom.
Guys, if I could just get you to sign, Mom could sign the consent form.
They got like a permission form, field trip form.
You're kidding.
Yeah, so that's what that happened. Then just kind of blew up from there, and I've been doing it kind of ever since. And I love doing it. I love performing, love presenting, and things like that.
Wow, that's what you've. I've never heard a story about anybody ever like taking a little shtick and routine to YouTube before and then getting involved with the Patriots. I can't. How does that happen?
I don't know.
I don't know anyone. I don't know anybody. Good for you.
Right, yeah.
Pioneer, my man.
Oh, thank you. So been taking off.
So who have you? Well, please, thank you. Come on. So who have you done tricks for recently?
The last season.
Who have you performed magic for? Grow up. Grow up.
We're walking the line here.
No, so last season we did Hogan, Malcolm Mitchell,
Blunt too.
Yeah, Blunt, Jimmy G. I performed at Brady, with Malcolm Butler. I think I already said
Did
him.
you touch Brady? What does he smell like? Sorry. Personal
and he's
questions.
gone. Look at that. He's back.
Actually, I'm playing. I actually kind of wanted to ask that question. Mike asked the question on everyone's mind.
Everyone's thinking about it. No one's saying it though.
So, and was that your first encounter with Brady too when you did magic for him?
So when I go in the locker room, I see him every now and then. But it was actually LG who I was performing to, and he was like, hey, you know, Tom, you know, this is John. He introduced us, and I just started performing to him, and then it was funny. Ryan Hannibal from WEI.
Yep.
Awesome
Writes
guy.
great stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
great.
Stuff. He did an article on me, and then the reporters were like, "Oh, okay, this is this kid that's performing." They just didn't know my story.
Yeah.
And then one of the reporters asked Brady in his press conference what he thought about me, and it was really cool.
Well, so. Can we do a trick here for us? Now?
Yeah.
If you want.
Can we get some of the action?
Yeah. So it was actually, speaking of Brady, I was actually gonna do something else, but this is totally. Is that his book right there?
Oh, it just so
I saw it in the corner.
Oh, you haven't read the book?
I've never even touched it. This is really cool. It's a lot bigger.
I think people are buying it just because they want that, like, they just want to look
They
at
don't
that
want
when
to
they
read
walk
it. They
through
just
the
want to put the
door.
cover right
Who
up
would
there.
do that?
They're not going to read the
Seriously.
book. Yeah.
Do the
all the
pages stuck
words.
together? Or do they open?
Yeah.
It is my personal copy. I would like that back.
It's actually, they sell it at
cool.
7-Eleven. It's behind the counter, and it's in a bag, and you have to ask the special attendant.
Okay, yeah,
It's
yeah.
18 plus.
Oh, wow, okay,
It's
yeah.
pure Patriots.
Perfect. God, this is my first time looking at it. This is cool. Do you have actually another book somewhere as well?
No. Here you go. This is not a Brady book, so.
The Steel Van Man. Have you read this before?
No.
Nope.
Yeah, me neither. It's good.
Wow.
good.
Actually,
I've never
I think Mike just put this here on set because he wanted to, like.
Yeah. That's me
like,
outside Brady's house.
See, I love being able to play whose line is it anyway with a random prop. I was gonna say that's the Texans and that's the Patriots offense arriving. They're here. All right, here's your book. There's the handsome.
Here, point to one.
This one.
That one?
Yeah.
Cool. Take it. Cool.
Okay.
I'm gonna riffle down. You say stop whenever you want in this book.
Stop.
Right there. Okay, we got 340, 341. Which one do you want to use?
340.
Okay, go to page 340 in that book for me.
There's
Serial
not a
killer has been
page
brutally
340.
murdered. Select.
Doesn't go that high.
Oh, okay. Say stop again.
Yep. Okay.
Say-
Stop.
We got. We're at 212.
212, sure.
Is that right?
12.
212. Nice.
Show the
Sign.
camera.
12.
212.
212.
212, yeah, sign.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it?
All right, going through. Oh, we're in the hydration chapter. Nice.
Don't say anything out. Don't say anything out loud. Don't say anything out loud. Good?
Yep.
Look at the first word on page 212 for me. Don't say anything out loud though.
Okay.
Okay? Now again, if it's, for instance, in this book, we have a two. Don't this doesn't count, like the header or the book, the name of the book makes sense. The word, the first word in the paragraph.
First word, got it.
Perfect. Do you have a piece of paper I can borrow by any chance? Okay,
There you
cool.
go, we're ready.
Perfect. What I want you to do. Can I put that? I'll put that there. Write the word on the piece of paper for me, but don't show anyone though. Don't show anyone. So it's the first word of the paragraph.
First word. So like title of the paragraph. Is that sort of like that thing?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, it is written, sir.
Cool. Fold it up. So I can't see.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. And fold it up until as tight as it can go.
Okay, like matchbook size.
Exactly. And just put it right in my hand.
Okay.
Cool. Perfect. Okay. I want you to close the book up for a second so I can't see it. Perfect. Easy. Think of the first letter of it. Think of the first letter. Don't say anything out loud. Okay.
Yep.
Think of the last letter. Okay. Think of the last letter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. You take that back. Back. I won't look. I'm gonna. Can I borrow this pen? What are we gonna do?
Oh, no, come on.
Stop.
Think of how many syllables are in it.
Okay.
There's more than 3.
Is that a question?
Yeah. Is there? Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a long. It's not like the or and or anything like
Nope.
that, right? Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
More than 3 syllables.
Okay.
If he gets this, I'm not.
It could easily be electrolytes because that word is in there a lot.
I think this is it. I don't know. For the first time, what word were you looking at?
What word was I looking at?
Yeah.
developing.
Wow.
I should have saved the walk-up. How is that possible? You have got to be kidding me.
It's a witch.
What the?
She's a witch.
No. No, it wasn't. John.
Wow.
Dude, are you kidding?
There we go.
Crazy. Can we go on with the show now?
I don't even know what to say or do.
It actually was a 2. What was
It
it?
was,
What
yeah,
was
go
it?
to 212 right at the top.
212? I forgot what the page number was.
212, yeah, let's go to page 212.
Look at all these pictures. This is
I
the
know.
first time looking at this.
I know.
Don't look at
She's
them.
beautiful.
They're mine.
I know.
My eyes only.
The funny thing is there's this gorgeous woman doing all this pliability and stretching, and she has
Oh, there it
nothing on
is.
Brady. There it is.
Developing.
First
wow, yeah.
word. Look at that right there.
Wow.
Developing.
Wow.
Go to 212 in your Brady book. You've got it by your side right now. You know where it is. Oh my gosh. All right, guys, if you would like to see John perform, if you would like to engage him for public speaking, a party, and so much more, you can follow him on the socials at Logan32, JohnDukeLogan.com. Unbelievable, man.
Thank you. Thank you
You
so
are the
much.
Tom Brady of magicians.
Thank you.
Attaboy, man. That's awesome.
Thank you. And I'll take this.
We'll send you one.
Cool.
Thanks so
Awesome.
much,
Thanks,
John.
guys.
That was
Appreciate it.
awesome, man. John Logan, everybody. Yeah. I'm framing this. Are you kidding me?
It's messed up.
Wow.
That was
Wow.
incredible.
How will we proceed now?
I have no idea. Wow. Talk about just like never follow like kids. What do they say? Never follow like kids, animals, or Patriots magicians? Holy I'm not gonna. Wow. Today's show is brought to you by Holy S Word. Wow. All right, well, let's get into the big game on Sunday. Jeez, if the
Wait,
Patriots...
let's take something down first, Nick.
Oh, you're right, we should. A concern heading into the game Sunday is the Patriots' defensive play. This morning, actually, on Boston.com, Eric Wilbur had a little takedown of the Patriots' defense that you sent me, Mike. I believe, actually, if I'm not mistaken, it's about how epically bad the Patriots' defense has been so far. And the paragraph that stuck out in my mind was, as it read, because I'm totally prepared, people are going nuts for the magic trick right now on the Facebook. I can't even get to your text to me this morning because there are so many. As Eric Wilbur said, it's been such a dreadful start for Matt Patricia's defense that NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell could probably sport his own clown-nosed caricature of the Patriots defensive coordinator to hushed blowback. Somebody who's like, and sick burn return.
Yeah.
And what'd you say, the last line?
It's a bit, but it'll probably be okay.
Of
That's
course
like,
it
you know,
will.
the end. But,
Right.
you know, we
So let's hot take down real quick. Everybody panicking about the Patriots defense. Okay. Last in, they've given up 90 points, so they're like last in points, bottom 5, I believe, in completion percentage and touchdowns allowed. They've been Civ-like. It's been watery sponge cake at best.
Yeah.
Is this a sign of, again, every week is Super Bowl against the Patriots, integrating new guys, or are they just playing some complex offenses that are a little better than we thought?
Yeah, well, I think it's a little of everything. I mean, you know, this is week 3 in September, and at this point, you're going to take a win as a win. You know, so you got to remember, you're looking at a sample size of 3 games. I do think the Kansas City and the Houston offenses present unique challenges, which, you know, as a running quarterback, and the Texans obviously know the Patriots well. But, you know, some things to point out. Patriots have 10 sacks, which is on pace to well eclipse the 34 sacks they had last year, which was really low. So now everybody's like, they need a pass rusher. Well, you know what? They're on pace for almost 50 sacks, and usually 40 is about the, you know, not that sacks are the end-all, be-all, but, you know, and their third down percentage is about the same. So I don't know. If you get too worked up about things at this point, it's just about winning. They don't really get that complex. They don't really know what they have yet, and they don't have Dante Hightower out there, which, of course, we can't count on for 16 full games per se, but, you know, he will be back there. They will progress. They will get better. It's just don't throw all the yards at me and all that stuff because they don't care. They just want to win. They want to stop you. They're not going to come off the field and be like, well, we won, but we gave up a lot of yards, so that's terrible.
Who cares? One stat matters at the end of the day. That's all that matters.
The dub.
One stat.
Yep.
And I got to say, Hightower makes
Oh,
crazy.
well, he's the best player. And you got so many new guys. You're integrating.
Right.
I mean, you got Cassius
Marsh at defensive end. Flowers, who's just awesome.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, he's
off to a great
as
start.
advertised. He's off to a phenomenal start. Probably generating the most consistent pressure, and I'd say best player on the defense so far.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Butler is
good rookies. You know, rookies working in. I mean, the problem.
T-shirt Wise is getting some pressure.
T-shirt Wise looks awesome. I mean, I'm a big fan of him. And you know, but the slightly concerning thing is like, why is the secondary so screwed up? You just added Stephon Gilmore and you gave him a boatload of money.
Right.
Why are we giving up these deep plays? And that's, I think, what they got to work on and fix. That's the thing to focus on. But they're not. You know, Devin McCourty's not going to be blowing coverages in December.
Right, and I don't even think McCourty blew coverage on that touchdown.
It's a great play,
it was just a ridiculously
And
good
again,
pass
it was
to
so
the
many
back
like
shoulder.
broken plays and weird. You know, if they were dropping back and picking them apart, it'd be a little bit more concerning. But
yeah, in time they'll probably still give up yards, but that's
the drama. Enjoy the drama. It's a little
just
bit
enjoy
of
the
drama.
ride. Like
They're 2-1.
we saw the rest. They're 2-1, tied for first place with the Bills. Ain't going to be the case for much longer. We saw like Pats are not going to go and get shut out in the Dreado lands against the Jets, like Miami was capable of doing. I think we have an idea now of what the Dolphins are. They'll improve, but I'm not concerned that the Pats aren't going to be able to surpass 9-7 like it's the 2002 Patriots and miss on the playoffs. So enjoy the drama. The Raiders have problems. Obviously, the Steelers had issues.
Everybody's working.
Everyone does.
Yeah, and I think
it's early.
And transitioning to the Panthers, I think this is another good test of a quarterback that kind of challenges them. You know, and they're kind of sputtering too. But you know, don't be surprised if you know, Cam Newton looks a little bit better. But I think it's exactly what the Patriots need. They need to work this stuff out because these are teams that they could face, the kind of teams they could face down the road. But that's what this time of year is for. And you're 2-1, so you got money in the bank already in terms of wins and all that. So.
Oh, I full well expect them to beat the Panthers, and I wanted to come into this prediction or this preview and prediction, this previction, whatever, and say like, I don't know, there's so many words crashing into each other at the same minute. It's like the Patriots defense when they're trying to stop a pass. It's just so, please, I'm allowed, please, all right. You know, the Texans came in last week with like Deshaun Watson making his second start, Lamar Miller, Hopkins, and then a bunch of no-names at wide receiver because they had cut strong. Braxton Miller's not making an impact. Will Fuller's hurt. And yet still, C.J. Fedorowicz is on IR. And yet still, that offense looked pretty thorough and competent. Now this week, Cam Newton, who has not looked like himself at all this season, comes in probably without Kelvin Benjamin because he twisted his knee. Yeah. So the number one receiver is going to be Devin Funchess. And they're going to have rookie Curtis Samuel, no Greg Olsen at tight end, a banged-up Jonathan Stewart, and Christian McCaffrey. Yeah. I mean, if the Patriots can't hold them to under 20, given that the Saints put up an easy 24 in Carolina last week.
Yeah. Yeah.
This should be 37-20.
It should be. You know, we'll see. I always feel like quarterbacks seem to get on track against the Patriots for whatever reason. Right. So
forget going to Camp Gruden. Just send them to play the Patriots, and your quarterback is guaranteed.
Yeah. The table is set for people to be apoplectic if the Panthers move the ball and do pretty well. But you know, there you go.
I know. Wow, that's an awful big word for this time of the morning on this show, right?
Vocabulary.
Yeah, I see more of what the Patriots offense has been able to do so far. It's a decent pass rush from Carolina, not kind of what it used to be. Great linebackers, obviously, a younger secondary. This should be a prime chance for Cooks and Hogan to exploit matchups. And I don't think we're going to be watching a Pats-Panthers game where Luke Kuechly is going to be, doing the cha-cha with Gronk in the end zone.
Yeah, not again.
Like, I'm still mad about that 2012
bear
game.
hug. Yep.
I was every kind of pass. It was 2013, excuse me. Yeah. Every kind of pass interference. I got 37-20. How about you?
Yeah, I think that sounds about right. I think I'd hold them even less. I feel like the Patriots defense comes on and let's, 34-13.
34-13?
Yeah, they shut them down.
Before the next phase of the season begins and there are more road games and they face some tougher opponents, because after this they go on the road, short week, Thursday night action against Tampa Bay. Then they play the Los San Diego Chargers. Yeah. They'll be back in San Diego by Thanksgiving. No, they can't sell out a friggin' soccer stadium. The Patriots can fill a soccer stadium for practice, and the Chargers can't. It's so sad.
I know.
It's so sad. Play the Chargers, and then, of course, the big Sunday night showdown. But we're not looking ahead to all those games. We're on to Carolina. Yeah. Get 3-1. Nice. That would be a nice quarter mark, right?
It would, and I'm trying not to imagine Atlanta's passing offense against our deep problems right now, but we got time to work on that.
Right. Yeah, we've got plenty of time. Let's just focus on the task at hand, which is enjoying this great win and getting ready for another big game on Sunday. All right, guys, you can please share your comments, your feedback, any questions in the commentary section on the Facebook. You can hit us up, like we said, on the socials, at FitzyGFY, at Pat's Propaganda. Happy to holler at you anytime, questions, inquiries, and whatnot. And once again, hey, let's bring him back out here right now. John Logan, everybody. Come on, John. There he is, right?
Oh, thank you.
Madman, the magician. Hey, and we all have, because we didn't tell them to reset the camera. No, careful. Well, hold on, don't. He squatted. Here, here's your seat, buddy.
I'm gonna destroy that if I
would.
that.
You would totally, yeah. All right, so there's your show, everybody. Thank you guys for gather around, children. I shall tell thee a tale of the greatest quarterback of all time.
A fire going as well.
We got to point out too. Here's John's book, The Perfect Illusion in Life. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
There you go.
I just want to look at this.
Sorry.
Look at this. I know. Find your light, damn it, Dussault.
I'm an amateur.
For the Minister of Pat's Propaganda, Mike Dussault, the great John Logan, everyone here at Mediaboss, our friends at Tester who wrote the Pat Show theme song, Rockin' and Roastin' Coffee, you, me, and everything that's great about being a Pats fan. Thanks for watching Pat Show, everybody. And now, before we punch out, we leave you with this week's Upon Further Review, your little moment of gridiron zen, as if things didn't get bad enough for the Lions losing a game they should have won with that bogus goal line call in the 10-second runoff. How'd you like to lose a game you should have won and then find this waiting for you in the locker room at your post-game meal?
I just thought she's like so nonchalant about it.
I love the fact that she's like,
yeah. Sandwiches are on fire again.
Another day in the office.
Yep. Was that one of your tricks? And now I'll make everyone's post. For Logan, for Dussault, everyone at Mediaboss, Nick Stevens, your old pal Fitzy. Thanks for watching Pat Show, everyone. On to Carolina. Go Pats!
Go Pats!
That was great.
Product placement for TV 12.